Ah! Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name's Aaron Kelly, welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Verdict. We're back to the standing videos because, you know, I just got that adrenaline. I got that adrenaline from an incredible victory for Chelsea, and for me, probably Chelsea's biggest victory of the season so far. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1 at Anfield. Mason Mount's goal just before half time, enough to give Chelsea all 3 points and move us back into the top 4, probably only temporarily because West Ham now have a game in hand on us. Whatever, we're back in the top 4 anyway. It feels good to be there. We still have a lot of work to do. We've got a big game coming up on Monday against Everton. Holy shit, what a night tonight was. Particularly that first half performance, and I'll get into that in a minute, but we're going to look at Thomas Tuchel's selection first of all, and it seems to be a team these days that kind of picks itself. You know, you have your Mendy's, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, still not Thiago Silva obviously because of injury. Reece James was in instead of Hudson-Odoi. Chilwell kept his place at left wing back. Kante and Jorginho were the two in the middle of the park, with Ziyech and Mason Mount behind Timo Werner. And the first half was just an utterly dominant display by Chelsea. Like, from start to finish, the passing was crisp. Liverpool were playing that high line and we knew how to exploit it. That ball in over the top for Timo Werner was always the ball to play, and we got a goal from it eventually. One ball over the top, Timo Werner knocks it around Alisson and then taps it into an empty net. No questions asked, this goal should have been given. The offside, never in a million fucking years is this Timo Werner goal offside. And you guys know me at this point. If you watch my videos on a consistent basis, you know that I call these games and I call these decisions how I see them, and there's not really ever any bias involved in it, I'd like to think anyway. But this one is just ridiculous. You're getting the protractor out at this point. Werner, it'd be one thing if his hand is offside, because that's now apparently a thing, but none of Timo Werner is offside. In fact, he's actually a yard and a half onside, I would argue, when the ball is played over the top. He finished it well, and I felt sorry for him, Timo Werner, that goal wasn't given, because his performance overall was very, very good, and it was, you know, the perfect selection from Tuchel to play him over Olivier Giroud in a game tonight where Liverpool have slow centre halves in Fabinho and Kabak, and we're playing the high line and leaving that space for him, and when Pulisic came on and Mason Mount, you know, those pacey players to play in behind. But I felt sorry for him because I'd be far more angry about it if we were sitting here a full time. It ended up being a defining turn and Chelsea didn't get the 3 points, but we did thanks to Mason Mount's goal, and what a goal it was. And once again, it was just naivety from Liverpool playing the high line with such pacey forwards, and I know that's the way Jurgen Klopp plays, and that's something that's worked so well for him since he's turned up in the Premier League. That high press that has been so efficient and so effective over the years. But this is a long ball forward. Mason Mount tucks inside very easily on his right foot. Bit easy from Fabinho, and bends it into the bottom corner. No chance for Alisson, who was back in goal tonight, to give Chelsea the lead, and that was what it was at half time. And the second half was definitely far more nervy, I think it's fair to say. Liverpool still didn't really look threatening and even took off Mohamed Salah pretty early on in the second half, replacing him with Diogo Jota, returning from injury of course. But like, the performance from Chelsea just severely dropped in that second half, and that is my one, you know, a little bit of annoyance that I have from tonight, is that second half wise Chelsea didn't really turn up. And it's a real shame for me, to be quite honest with you, because I do genuinely feel that if Chelsea had played the way we did in the first half as we did in the, you know, the second, I do think Liverpool were definitely there for the taking. And there was definitely more than just the one goal for us in it for us tonight. Like, Timo Werner had another half chance, a very decent chance in the second half on his left foot. But like, they continued to play that high line, and Chelsea just weren't playing those same passes down the channels over the top for the pacey forwards to run in that second half. And I'd love to know why, because I genuinely do think if we had kept playing the way we were playing in the first half, we could have won this game 2 or 3-0. I think the game could have and probably should have been wrapped up by half time, and that's not me being a cocky prick. Like, genuinely, if that Werner goal counts and we get a second, the way Liverpool have been playing at home now, that's 5 consecutive home defeats on the bounce, considering this is a side that hadn't lost at home for like 3 years, up until I think it was the Burnley game a couple of weeks ago. You know, that kind of deficit was there for Chelsea tonight if we really wanted it, and that's that one thing that has been annoying me over the last few weeks. And it's incredible that I'm even talking about, you know, things that have annoyed me in a game where we've beaten the the Premier League champions. Just that lack of a clinical edge is something that, you know, we need to stomp over again real quick, because if we don't, it could come to a stage where, you know, it comes back to bite us. It already has come back to bite us in multiple games this season. You look at the Southampton game recently, we should have won that. And if we don't have that clinical edge against a very informed Everton side on Monday night, this game now becomes massive. If we don't have that clinical edge, I do think Everton just have the momentum and the form that Liverpool certainly don't have to punish us on Monday night if we don't have it. But that is what we look forward to next, ladies and gentlemen. Monday night against Everton at Stamford Bridge. This is a massive game. Obviously Everton won last night and moved into the top 4 until Chelsea obviously beat Liverpool here tonight. But I was only thinking to myself there, lads, when was the last time Chelsea beat Liverpool in the Premier League? It's got to be a while, like it's got to be years. I'm really sure, I think obviously last time we bet them would have been the FA Cup game last season, but like in the league it's got to be a long time. Like let me know if you, I tried to look through it, maybe if I'm bothering enough I could check it after I finish recording here now. Yeah, massive win, and we got to continue this momentum because Everton are not going to be an easy side to beat. Obviously beat us earlier on in the season back in December, so it becomes now a fucking massive game this Monday night at Stamford Bridge. But what a victory for Chelsea. We move. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are new around here. We've gained quite a few subscribers in the last couple of days, so thank you very much for that. We've got some very exciting videos coming up on the channel, including a lot of football videos, one that has an aspect of FIFA to it, so you know, I'm sure there'll be a lot of you that will be looking forward to that. But yeah, that's where I'm going to wrap it up, lads. Let me know what you thought of the game down in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you did enjoy it as much as I did, and subscribe if you are new around here, and I will catch you later.